Welcome back to another episode of Get Started Investing, a podcast where we answer all of your money and investing questions. If you've just joined us for the first time, a huge welcome to the community. We do recommend that you scroll up and start at episode 1 if you're looking to get the basics on how to get started in the stock market. Otherwise, we have a jam-packed episode to get stuck into today. My name is Bryce, and as always, I'm joined by my equity buddy, Ren. How are you?
I'm very good, Bryce. I'm very excited for this episode. We're bringing back a format that we did maybe a year ago.
Yeah, a while ago.
Yeah, we didn't pioneer it.
No.
Apple pioneered it with their famous ads, hi, I'm Mac, hi, I'm a PC. We'll include a link for people in the show notes who are younger than us and don't know what we're talking about.
Yes.
But last year we did the different micro investing apps.
Yeah, we compared them.
Raise, Spaceship, and CommSec Pocket.
Yeah.
And we're back with another comparison episode. We know that a lot of people are preparing to travel.
Yes.
And so we're going to compare 3 of the most popular travel cards.
We've got 3 cards that we're going to take on the persona of today.
Yes.
And it's our pleasure to welcome to the studio our producer, Sophie. Soph, welcome.
Hello, nice to be here.
So what we're going to do today is we've each got a travel card and we are going to take on that persona and have a lively debate about some of the features of the travel cards and how they compare.
Now, 2 parameters before we get started. We're not touching credit cards here. We know that there are some people that will say there are better credit cards for travel, but that's just another can of worms, and we could only do 3.
Yeah.
And also, there's a lot of hot debate online about what the best cards are, and these are 3 of the highest ranking, but we couldn't do all of them because we don't have enough team members to get in the studio to cover off.
Unfortunately, we don't have 16 microphones.
Exactly. So these are 3 that we have chosen that seem to consistently rank very highly.
Yeah.
But if your favorite one isn't there, please don't be too mean to us in our Facebook discussion group.
I think importantly, the features that we talk about are the ones that you should be considering when looking for travel cards if it's not these 3.
Yes.
That's the takeaway here.
Okay, with that
lead
let's take a moment and assume our personas.
Hello, everyone. I am the ING Everyday Visa Debit Card.
I am the HSBC Global Everyday.
Hi, I'm a Wise card. I unfortunately don't have a fun name like you guys.
So I'm the ING card, and here's why you should pick me. I am best for users who prefer straightforward, simple, home currency linked cards, especially if you have an ING account. You don't need to fret each time a holiday comes around about scrambling to find travel cards. It's the one-stop shop.
If you are a frequent traveller, maybe you think yourself a bit of a jet setter, maybe you have a case of wanderlust and its terminal, then me, the HSBC Global Everyday Card, is for you. It's a fully functioning savings account in AUD, but also has the ability to have multiple accounts in other currencies attached. It's great for someone who might be living in Australia but travelling frequently for pleasure or for work, particularly if you're travelling a lot to the same locations and need sizable amounts of money in different currencies.
Wow, good pitch.
So I'm the Wise card, and I'm simple and easy to use. I will give you transparent fees, unlike these 2 jokers.
No,
I'll give
hey.
you. Hey. I will give you the best foreign exchange rates, and I will give you the most currencies. And unlike many of my friends around the table and in the travel card world, I'm not going to make you search a foreign country to find a partner-linked ATM to get a free ATM withdrawal. I'll just give you a couple of free ATM withdrawals each month, wherever you are and whatever ATM you want to use.
Only 2.
So I am simple, I am transparent, and I'm cost-conscious, and that's why you should choose Wise.
All right, well, there's the opening pitches. Now let's get into the specifics, and to keep some level of decorum, we'll go feature by feature. Let's start with currencies. So I'll kick off because I think this is one of my weaker features. With the ING Everyday, you are limited to just your home currency.
We should be clear, ING. You're not even a travel card.
That's the beauty.
You don't even go here.
That was my opening pitch. I don't need to be a travel card.
You're literally pitching just an Australian debit card.
Exactly.
Overseas.
How good is that? I don't need to set up. Anyway, that was in my opening pitch. I don't need to. I don't need to scramble.
I just don't think it was clear enough.
One card in my wallet for home purpose use and overseas.
It's not that hard to get a second card.
I don't want to carry around 2 pieces of plastic in my wallet. Anyway, as I said at the top, we need decorum in this episode. So I can't load multiple currencies onto my card because, yes, it is a domestic debit card. So what it means is when you go overseas, you're just constantly converting your AUD into the currency of where you're traveling. Next question.
So I, the HSBC Global Everyday, can hold 10 currencies: AUD, USD, pounds, euros, Hong Kong dollars, Canadian dollars, Japanese yen, New Zealand dollars, Singapore dollars, and Chinese yuan.
Okay.
Well, I blow both of you out of the water. I have 40 currencies, and I'm not going to list them all. But trust me, wherever you're traveling, I've got your currency.
Okay. So then we move to exchange rates. Now, this is obviously important because you want to find cards that offer you good competitive exchange rates. So my exchange rate is driven by the Visa exchange rate. So to give you an example of what that is, for $1 Australian dollar, I get 66.8 US cents. Sounds pretty good. What about HSBC?
The HSBC real-time rates currently would get you 0.6489 US.
Okay, so not
dollars.
as competitive
So,
as the ING.
I know, I'm right on your tails. And also, you can hold it in your own, you can be capitalizing on when a currency is really good against the Australian dollar. And you can actually be saving in that currency. So you can set up a recurring payment from your Australian dollar debit account into, say, I want to be going to New Zealand at the end of the year, and I can be saving across this month. I can be putting over, when I get my paychecks every fortnight, a couple of $100 into New Zealand dollars when the exchange rate's really good, and it will hold in that exchange rate, in that savings account of that currency.
Yeah, you get to lock in the rate.
I think that's a great point, HSBC Global Card, because ING is a price taker. Right now, his exchange rate might be good, but in 2 months, it could be terrible.
I have no control over it.
No control.
Yeah,
Exactly. You're in Italy trying to have just a relaxing Aperol spritz, and ouch,
I know.
it's costing you $15.
Yes.
Because that's what it happens to be at the time.
Yes, you're right.
Now,
Fair call.
Now, because we're real travel cards, HSBC, I can also offer that functionality of you can change when you want. So the Japanese yen is very weak at the moment. So travelers using us can load up now when the yen's weak. Unfortunately for you, HSBC, my exchange rate is a bit better than yours. I'm 66.6 US cents for an Aussie dollar. So not quite as good as ING.
Yes.
But I do want to double check ING's facts.
It's driven by the Visa rate, but I think it's made up for the fact that I can't do what you two can do, which is lock in rates at certain points in time when you know you have a trip coming up. I can't say, as you said, HSBC Global or Wise, I'm going to Japan, let's lock it in.
So right now, currencies, Wise can hold the most currencies, and exchange rates, somehow controversially, ING has taken the exchange rate. Next up, we've got transaction fees. So
Okay.
what does it cost when we're having that Aperol spritz that HSBC was talking about?
Yep. So this is dinners, Aperol spritz, any purchase overseas. ING charge a 3% transaction fee. So we're out to dinner, it was $100. You're going to end up paying $103. The caveat here is that if you're using it at home and you're meeting the eligibility criteria, you get a 100% rebate on any ING international fee in that month.
What was that little fine print there? If you're using it at home.
So you still need to do the $1,000 a month in and 5 transactions
in Australia.
in Australia.
So if you're traveling for a month,
Yeah.
and you don't have any transactions in Australia, you're not getting a rebate.
Correct. Yes. So this card
There's always a fine print
There
with
is
you,
always,
ING.
there's always something with you,
this is a
ING.
great card, a great travel card for pre-existing ING holders.
I feel like this is good for someone who has a ING account and that's it.
Yeah,
like
that's
you
what
just
I'm-
said. I think
that's
it's
what I'm
like
saying, yeah.
if you're with ING and you can't be bothered to shop around, then great.
you know
That was
what?
But
my,
you're gonna
that was
get
my
you're-
opening pitch.
Yes,
that was
but
my
like
opening
that's
pitch.
bad.
You know-
That's not a good pitch.
You know what? I think ING is with ING, and he was just a little bit lazy, and he didn't want to research another travel card.
That's very true.
So I guess
3%.
I guess my point is though, if you're traveling for like a 6-week period,
Yes.
and it covers all of July,
Mm-hmm.
even if you're like a regular ING user at home, you're not going to get your 5 transactions in Australia.
You would have had to
In
have
that
met
month.
the criteria the month before. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
No, it says in the month.
Yeah. What I'm saying is there's a world where you could be traveling for the measurement period and then not get anything rebated.
Yeah. That's
Okay,
yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
to get that, you need to have met the criteria the month before.
Okay.
Yeah.
The month before or the month that you're traveling?
Oh, so
The
it's
month
like
before. So it's like I meet the criteria this month. Your benefits kick in next month.
yeah. Okay. So in this scenario, if we were traveling for the full month of July,
Yep.
and then it would be and so we didn't do any Australian transactions then,
Mm-hmm.
then whatever we did in August wouldn't be rebated. So if like we were traveling for 6 weeks, all of July, 2 weeks of August, the transaction fees in August wouldn't be rebated because we didn't meet the criteria in July.
Correct.
God, it's complicated, isn't it? All right, HSBC, I'm sure it's a little bit easier with your card.
Well, unlike ING, because I am actually a travel card, with the benefits of the HSBC Global Everyday, you will get 0 transaction fees every
Yes.
time you are using your card overseas or in Australia if you're using it just as a debit card.
Same for me, no fees for card transactions in the local currency. God, it's easy if you just actually have a travel card.
Now we move on to ATM withdrawals for those times that you're overseas and the payment facilities aren't up to scratch and you need to take out some cash.
I mean, there's
ING
plenty of reasons why you need cash when you're overseas. Like, if you go to America, it's still like a tipping economy.
Yeah, but now all the tipping's just on the...
Is it digital?
Yeah, all digital.
You
Yeah.
probably have a fee on that on your card.
Probably. So, free ATM withdrawals at ING ATMs and partner networks.
Oh yeah, when's the last time you've seen an ING ATM?
When's the last time you've seen a Wise ATM?
We just give you free withdrawals on
Can you
any
just let me
ATM.
finish? It's quite an extensive partner network. If you can't find one of those ATMs, it's $5 to withdraw. However, this again, the caveat here is if you meet the eligibility criteria the month prior, you get 5 free ATM withdrawals for that month. So not bad if you're an existing ING customer.
Criteria.
So with the HSBC card, if you're using an HSBC ATM, you will get $0 in your withdrawal fee. Otherwise, it's going to be a $4.50 withdrawal when you use an ATM. But if there is an ATM around that has no transaction fees and is advertising that,
never seen
which
that.
I actually have seen one in my life, and it was a fake ATM, and it scammed my friend's card.
So you have
So
seen
you-
one.
Okay.
So always be checking you're using actual ATMs, not just card scammers.
Yep, that is good advice. Whatever card you choose. For Wise, we like to keep it simple. We don't have ATMs because we're a digital company. But what we do is we just offer 2 free ATM withdrawals up to $350, whatever ATM you use. So don't spend your time on holidays searching for the right ATM
Per month.
per month, 2
Yeah.
per month, yeah. After that, there's a withdrawal fee, 1.75% of the amount, and $1.50 as well.
So I think in that instance, Wise tops the both of us if we can't find ATMs within our network.
To be
Yeah.
honest, I actually just don't know how many HSBC ATMs.
It's pretty global.
For me, I actually kind of think HSBC might.
I
win
think
it.
if you're in a major city, it's an HSBC ATM probably will be around the corner-ish. But if you're traveling somewhere more remote, then maybe wise.
Honestly, for me, it's wise because it's a convenience thing. I don't want to have to be thinking, I need to find an HSBC. And I reckon the last 3 holidays I've gone on haven't withdrawn any cash.
Really?
So, yeah, I don't think so. America, some in Europe, yeah. But anyway, all right. Let's just close out fees. Are there any other noticeable things to mention with fees? For me, ING, nothing notable.
For me, I've got no account transaction or transfer fees within your multiple currency accounts. If you've got, your AUD account, your Japanese yen account, your New Zealand dollar account, transferring between them is not going to have any fees.
Sweet.
Yeah, you just take it out of the foreign exchange rate, which is worse than both of us.
By a little.
Look, we like to be very transparent with our fees, and yes, we do have a $10 fee to get your first card. So, we're not taking it out of your foreign exchange. We're putting it up
for a
front.
piece of plastic. Unbelievable. All right, and to close out, are there any notable awards that have been won, given that we are talking the top-rated travel debit cards? Unfortunately, ING Everyday hasn't won any travel awards.
Because it's not a travel card.
Well, HSBC, what have you won?
HSBC, honestly, the list just keeps going on and on and on. For 2023 and 2024, HSBC was awarded WeMoney's Travel Money Card of the Year, and it was also awarded Best for Quality Travel Money, Travel Debit Card, and Best for Value Travel Money. And it also won CanStar's Award for Outstanding Value for Travel Debit Card 5 years in a row from 2018 to 2023. And last year and this year, 2023 and 2024, it won Finder.com's Travel Debit Card Award.
Wow.
So awards don't lie. I'm sorry.
Gold medals around here.
Top of the podium over here.
Okay, that's
And
pretty good. Look, Wise, we have won a lot of awards. We won the CanStar Travel Money Card Award in 2021. And you might be thinking that's a few years ago, but fret not. We also won Mozo's 2024 Foreign Currency Debit Card. And Finder actually listed us as number 1 for Best Banking Innovation and Best Travel Innovation in 2022.
Not bad.
Geez, our award trophy cabinet's pretty full.
I don't know. Still not 5 years in a row for CanStar.
Oh, nice. So a good wrap there of 2 debit cards, 1 everyday domestic debit card that has travel capabilities.
Yes.
So we're going to take a very quick break, and on the other side, we'll be back with our final pitches to see who comes out between the 3 of us as the number 1 travel card. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Get Started Investing. We're exploring some of the best travel cards, as we know a lot of you in the community are looking forward to your summer European holidays and frantically trying to find the best card to take with you. We've got HSBC Global in the room and Wise, and I'm ING. So I'll start with my final pitch because it feels like you two don't think I should be even in the room. As I said at the top, this is an ideal card for ING customers who don't want to have to worry about finding alternative travel cards before you go away. Take your card with you. In fact, you don't even need to take your card if you've got the Apple Pay on your phone.
No,
don't worry about it.
Take your card with you, I think.
If you want ATM withdrawals, sure, take your card with you. We've learnt that it's got very competitive exchange rates. I think that's one good thing, but I can't lock in those exchange rates. Minimal fees if conditions are met, which gives you great ATM and transaction fees, but you need to meet those conditions. So look, I admit that whilst it's not the perfect travel card, if you do have an ING account, it's definitely right up there for convenience. Case closed.
All right, HSBC, that's a hard act to follow.
I think the HSBC, it is ideal for frequent travellers who need multiple accounts in multiple currencies. It's advantageous if you want to access HSBC ATMs and global support. It's a pretty global brand, so I don't think you're going to have too much problem trying to find an HSBC ATM. And it might kind of have some, higher exchange fee margins every now and again. And the ATM fees outside of our network might be, a little bit high, but the ability to be able to be saving and locking in that exchange rate when it's good is, I think, one of the best things about this travel card. I think it's also great for someone who might be sending money overseas frequently, because you can set up direct, like, recurring payments from the other currency accounts within the everyday global. So, for example, you could be sending a recurring payment from the Hong Kong dollar from your Hong Kong dollar account every month.
Nice.
My pitch is simple because we are a simple card. We have the most currencies, we have the best FX rates of actual travel cards, and we give you access to the most ATMs at no cost, because literally all ATMs can be accessed at no cost at least twice a month. We're simple, we're digital first, and that's what you want in a travel card.
You also have to pay for your card, though.
Yeah.
Look, $10 for all of those benefits, no brainer.
Nice. Well, we will leave it there. As we said at the top, there are probably plenty of other cards that have features that are better or on par with the ones that we've spoken about today. And we recognize that we couldn't cover them all, but
Let's lift up out of our personas,
Yeah.
because I want to give one last travel tip for people who are going overseas. I can't believe this isn't more known, but Eralo, are you guys familiar with that?
the eSIM.
The eSIMs?
I've used eSIMs. I haven't used Aralo though.
Okay, so good. Use it. You'll never look back. When we went to Thailand, heaps of the guys hadn't heard of it before, and I was surprised because I thought it was more known. But yeah, AIRALO.
Probably want to give a bit of context on what it actually does.
Just Google it. It's like rather than having to turn data roaming on or desperately search for Wi-Fi, you just use the app, the iPhone or your smartphone's eSIM functionality to create like a fake account with whoever the local provider is over there. But like, for example, if you go to Europe, you can get a Europe-wide eSIM, or you can get like individual countries, or you can get a global one which just works everywhere. And you just pay for data as you use it. You get calls and texts.
Yeah, I've
solid.
used eSIMs before, and they're really great for travel, particularly if you're going to be in you're not going to be in Wi-Fi areas, and you want to be like driving. I found it really great for like doing a road trip, so that you have access to Google Maps and things, because you can just buy just data. Like if you don't want calls and texts, which you hardly
I actually
ever
don't
use.
know if you get calls or texts. You never need them anyway.
You
just
get
need the
text
internet.
if on iMessage.
That's internet.
data.
That's internet though, yeah. Look, the closing thing is, if you are going to search around to find the right travel card and then still pay Telstra $5 a day for their international roaming,
10.
silly. Is it 10?
10.
It's 10 a gig, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think it's 5 a day and they're eligible places. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Like the money you save on your phone is more than the marginal differences on your travel card.
Nice. All right. Well, we'll leave it there. If you have a question that you'd like us to answer on Get Started Investing, hit us up at equitymates.com/contact. And if you could leave a rating and a review as well, if you get value from this show, we would really appreciate it. But Ren, Sophie, thank you so much. We'll pick it up next week.